Okay, some guy called Wrecking Machine. He posted a video response. It's not connected as a response, but it's definitely a reply video. So I will reply to it, respond to it. Just sort of asking the question. Well, if you're going to do this voucher thing and try to control world population, how would you enforce it? And obviously, it gets really tricky. Enforcing it on the world, because that's really what you have to do to make it work anyway. But obviously the sophisticated countries could do it rather easily, I think. Violations, it's not exactly something you'd shoot people for. If you imposed a burden that said, if you had the third child without a voucher, that you'd be obligated to basically pay society back. Finance that child yourself, so pay back all the subsidies you get. So maybe if you have the money, you'd pay you could have your choice of penalties. Let's say you give people a choice of 5 penalties. One of them would be forced sterilization. Not forced, but obviously voluntary, real sterilization. I mean, either male gets the vasectomy or the female gets the tubes tied, but something gets done to fix the problem so there ain't more kids. You could have a community service thing, 500 hours of community service every year till the kid's 18 years old. So every year you'd have to put in 500 hours in something public, so something a little bit humiliating, like sweeping sidewalks or something. So something where you'd have to be there in front of other people and you would be kind of labeled, maybe even give you a jacket that says, excessive child producer on it or something. And it doesn't, the point is, it doesn't have to be draconian. Certainly there can be those are two choices. I mean, there's other ways of creating penalties that don't sit there and require you to take children away and do all that kind of stuff. But clearly, if it got to a point where somebody was just thumbing their nose at the law, then the law has a right to impose some responsibility. And there's a point where, you got to do that kind of thing. Because either people have to pay the fine or they have to do the duty. If you don't do the crime, if you don't want to do the time, kind of thing. I don't think it really, for most people, it's not going to be a draconian burden to obey the law, and the law isn't going to, kill anybody, So anyway, so I don't think that's really a problem. All right, now with the rest of the world, it's a big problem. It's like all these religious nuts and everything else. And so we have to basically extort them. I mean, we have to use our influence in the world, sanctions, whatever we got, and whatever weapons we have, to oblige foreign governments to play along and to do it responsibly and do something for the world. Save the world, everybody. Do a United Nations save the world kind of thing. It really isn't. I don't see it as that big a problem. I just think it's a matter of will again. It's most of these problems. It's not the mechanism. It's not the means that is a problem. It's just it's the motivation. It's people just don't give enough of a damn to fix anything. They think everything's just going to somehow fall into place. That we won't go too far. That we won't end up like some cartoon character, 50 feet, running 50 feet off the cliff and then realize that, well, there's no going back now. I mean, there's only down. And that's basically what we're doing. We're just going to wait till it's too late, because the human race is basically made up of a lot of assholes. Ruined another video. Damn, can't say asshole. Probably it's probably on the forbidden list of wordage. But anyway, so thanks for the video response. But like I said, I don't think this is really a problem of finding a mechanism. It's finding the will inside the psychology of human beings to do anything practical for the future. I mean, obviously we've borrowed money on the future, we've ruined the future, we've wrecked the future. People just don't give a damn, unfortunately. They are, as I've described them, bacteria with brains. The selfish gene is fully functional, and the world is pretty much fucked. So it's kind of depressing, and what else is there to say? So till next time.